Hello, everyone. My name is Lami Tinam Gidado. Welcome to the Play to Heal podcast, where we talk about the therapeutic powers of play and the journey of a play therapist in the playroom. So join us as we engage in reflective and playful conversations and explore how we can heal through play across the lifespan. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you.
Okay, so moving on to another question. I think, if I have anything to say about this one, I'll say. Okay, so is it possible for, in no particular order, anybody can just jump in on this, to highlight the significance of shared experiences in family outings when you go out with your family and stuff like that? Or is how important self is outing with family, and should parents have it, or is it another way of just I've not had time to spend with you for the whole year, so I think we should just have an outing? Should it be as a result of a parent coming to himself and saying, I didn't have enough time with you, so I think we should go for something? Or it should be something planned that, this is part of my family culture. As a family, this is our culture, that once in a while, for the sake of bonding and trying to get to know that your particular child very well and stuff like that, this is a necessity.
I'd like to start by sharing a testimony. So a few years ago, I met a very wise woman, Auntie B, that's what I call her.
Okay.
So I met her and I was asking her, I know that I live a life that is very reserved. Like, I can't say I have I visited 10 friends in 1 month. Or even 2, right? Or even 2. So it was something I was working on. So when I got, I think when I turned 40, I wanted to, because I was thinking, now you need some form of support, right? So I was talking with her and then she told me some things. I don't know how we got into it, but she had said something that I even told someone recently this week.
Wow.
She said it's about moments. Wow. She said to me, Patience, you have kids, right? And you want them to be smart. You want them to grow and be what God wants them to be. So we spend a lot of time trying to plan for them. So I'm buying plots of land. Like, I'm working hard, but for you guys, then I don't have time with them. Then she said to me, when they leave, what do you think they'll go with? Like, her kids at that time, they were not even in Nigeria. So all the labor of, I want to buy land, build,
and keep for
they
them.
could not use it. She told me, she said, what they have is moments.
Yeah.
And so those moments is what I honestly have tried to, since I spoke with her. That's what I advocate for children or parents, because we get so lost in Nigeria is hard, country is hard. Like, if I use this time now, I would have made this amount, But then your child gets to leave your house without moments.
Yeah.
Moments. So I'm trying to say how important it is for you. I don't know whether it is once in a year, like you just say, I've looked at it and I've not spent time with my kids this long. Maybe I should. If you even do that, praise God, right?
Yeah.
You get that opportunity, like I say, is what you also do there. If you're thinking moments, if you're thinking, I want to be present. Because you've had holidays where people say, well, let's go on holiday, and one person is extra busy.
Yes, he's still on his laptop.
Phone, still on his laptop, returning email. So yes, you paid for the trip, we're all here, but you're not here.
Yeah.
So it's basically what happens. Some people can do that, have several times in a year. Some people even use it, but if you, as a parent, think about it, I just think it's something that you should make the most out of. And, it's moments and they'll go with it. It's like their stories. When you go and you say, tell me about your best, your favorite birthday.
Yes.
And then the child tells you, it was when my mom did this, and those are moments that they'll carry forever.
On for the rest of their life.
They're not physical things that we fight over or we work. It's good that we balance it, but the moments are something we should not compromise.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Because, I think it's because of the context in which we are, Nigeria. You have a typical Nigerian dad is like, okay, I provided for you, so what else do you want from me? Like, I paid your school fees. I paid your school fees. Just like you said, I took you guys for a trip.
Yeah.
So what else you guys? You guys should go and play. And
That's love.
yeah, that's love. So I feel like a typical Nigerian dad interprets love differently. And I feel like it still falls back to what Adeh Jones was saying about imprint. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, let me build on what Ms. Dimka said.
Okay.
So when you talk about the typical Nigerian dad,
Yeah.
one of the things we don't pay attention to is the typical Nigerian dad is traumatized.
Yeah.
Right. So like we say,
agree.
any trauma that is not repaired get passed as a culture.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Right.
Please can you repeat that again?
Any trauma that is not repaired
Yeah.
get passed as a culture.
Wow.
So we normalize it.
Yeah.
Right. So the typical parent that is deprived of this kind of experiences,
Yes.
because he or she didn't receive it, he or she will not give it out.
Yeah.
We'll justify it. Too.
And then will justify it. So it looks as if it's normal, but it's not that it's normal. You were deprived of it. You don't have an experience of it.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah.
So to respond to your question, I think outing can both be planned and spontaneous.
Yes. Yes.
Can both be planned and spontaneous. The reason why I'm bringing spontaneous is, so as a family, in a month, there are 3 major outings we do.
Wow.
Yeah, in a month. There's one outing we just do to go take ice cream, eat. But we eat out once a month. We don't cook at home.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
So we take ice cream, we eat out, and we just go to a restaurant.
You see the reason why I told you I really need to follow Adeh Jones.
Yeah.
I mean,
so,
if there are men like this, then we should have more. But you see, because the ladies will enjoy. It's not your wife that's planning this outing; it's you. So she gets to enjoy it too, and learn and see.
So I mean, once a month. Sometimes we can even do twice a month if I'm lazy to cook.
Wow.
But once a month we do.
Oh, you cook?
I do most of the cooking in my
Wow.
house.
Sam needs to talk with you more.
Yes.
She's like you cook.
I do more of the cooking.
I'm like,
She does more
Listen,
of the cooking.
more of the cooking.
I'm
Yeah, I
a
heard that.
full-time house husband, so I do more of the cooking.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So
I've
that
never met a Nigerian house husband. I haven't.
I'm a full-time house husband. So I do
This is a rare privilege.
I do most of the
Bonding.
yeah,
What did you
I do
say?
most of the cooking. But of course there are times you're just lazy to cook, you say,
Yeah.
let's go and eat out.
Yeah.
But beside that, structured once in a month, we go out and eat as a family.
Yeah.
Once a month we go out for movies.
Wow.
Yes. We don't watch movies on our laptop
or screen
we
at
go
home.
out
Yeah.
to the
Have
cinemas.
that cinema
Yes,
experience.
have that cinema experience.
Yeah.
Then once a month we go to either to the park, to the zoo.
Wow.
So that is structured.
That's structure. Yeah.
Must happen.
Yeah, no, it must happen.
Wow.
I mean, they will even be reminding you that is in next week, is in next week, is
Wow.
in next week. So
Wow. So it's already a pattern.
no, it's a pattern. We've been doing that for like 8 years. It's a pattern.
Wow.
Then the spontaneous is that there are times where, okay, so in our house we do sports, we do dancing, right? So we are open to this kind of programs.
Yeah.
Like today I was asking my wife, Bafa, are you free? Can we go for swimming? All of us in the house we swim because I
Wow.
love swimming.
Wow.
So a lot of weekends we go swimming. So we can just check if my calendar is open for Saturday and if my wife is free. Babe, can we go swimming? If she's not free, we plan again. Or going for dance class or dance program.
Yeah.
So we just do this thing spontaneous or going out with the children. And trust me, a lot of the memory our children have, while the plan is good, this spontaneous outing,
Yes.
sleepovers.
Yeah.
Oh no, let's just take a walk. Oh, let's go and see this person. Oh, they are playing football here, let's go and watch. To those moments of, you don't know what will happen.
Yeah.
You guys went out, you guys snapped, you guys saw someone selling bambara nuts, those just little spontaneous, sticks with them.
Wow.
So yes, it's good that we have planned outings,
Yes.
spontaneous outings,
Yeah.
besides helping us bond as a family. beside allowing us interact with nature, just like you said, it fills our memory bank.
Wow.
You know, I mean, for me, I tell myself, life is transient. I mean, I'll be naive to feel I'll be in my children's life for the next 5 years. I can go tomorrow. Will I wait for the next 10 years before I start being intentional?
No.
Get money.
When I get money. Right? So it's not even about the money. Again, it's the trauma and the lack of education.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of the things we do, we don't do them because we have money. We do them because they're important.
Yes.
So the question is, do I feel connected with my children is important? If I say yes, trust me, I'll do anything, you know, to work towards it.
Wow. Wow. So it's not even about the money, because
No.
just like you said, I think some of the spontaneous scenarios you pointed out, like okay, can we go on a walk?
Yes.
You know, so at the end of the day, it's not really about, okay, can we go to the best 5-star hotel or 5-star resort, that kind of thing. Yes.
Children don't know 5-star. It's for your ego. Children
Just like you said about the gifts.
It's for your ego.
Because you go there and you're like, be careful with this, be careful with this. But that's not what children.
Yeah, they want to feel free and just run around.
They just,
Yeah.
come on, they just want to experience going out.
Wow.
You see a bed. Oh, it's not memorable for them. They'll see this, they'll see this.
Now that you're talking, do you know, I remember times where I grew up with a single mom.
Oh, okay.
But I know that, I don't know whether it was because our church was in timing us, we had access to the old zoo.
Yeah.
But most Sundays, like, you just know that she didn't have money like that.
But you guys will
we'll
go
go
there.
to the zoo.
Hmm.
I mean, so it's not so hard to do that for our kids.
Yes.
My husband grew up in a big, we just grew up with two of us. My husband grew up in a big family. Sometimes some things happen. I'm like, this is what happens in normal homes. Now that I have 4 children, I'm hearing this noise and I'm like, he's like, that's very normal.
Wow.
One time I was asking him, I said, the way that this one is fighting with this one, he said
Very
you should
normal.
hear my story. I mean, so it's not like we truly, like you said earlier, we don't know this thing. Something does look like they're weird, like, because all those parents who also spend time traveling, working hard, it's not like they don't love their children, but that's what they got as. So
Love.
this can just, somebody can listen to this podcast and be like, oh, I can do, just like I had a conversation with someone. That's why mentorship is good. So I'm thinking, Sam, if you're now
Yes, now. No, I told him already now. I told him already. And I was serious about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These conversations are, you know, they're important.
Yes, they are.
Awareness.
It's creating the awareness, is educating people. A lot of people, so like she was saying that, that she has never seen a Nigerian person that is a full-time house husband.
Yeah.
I've had people who follow me who say, me, you know, I'll be a full-time house husband because this person is saying it, he's proud about it, and then he's doing it. He's not just saying it, he's being it.
Yeah.
So these conversations are important. Some of us will be hearing this perspective for the first time.
Yes.
Some men will be hearing for the first time that, listen, yes, you're a man, but you need to be active and present in the life of your children.
Yes.
For a lot of men, they don't even know that
They don't
have
know.
to.
They don't know.
Not because they don't want to, they don't know any better.
Yeah.
So the more we educate men,
Yeah.
especially men,
because
it creates a whole lot of change in the family system.
yeah, because a lot of men feel like, okay, child care, the care of my children and all of that solely depends on my wife. So there are a lot of there are a lot of them like,
you're
okay,
responsible for the home.
yes, you're responsible for the home, you're responsible for how the home looks, you're responsible for the kitchen, the kids, and all that. Mine is just to go out and go and provide and bring the money home.
For 2 reasons.
Yeah.
One, the average man is deprived of these experiences.
Yeah.
Secondly, the average man is not skilled
to
do those things.
Yes.
Right? The
Yes.
average man is not skilled to care for a child.
Yes.
The average man is not skilled to care for the home.
Yes.
So it's very easy for him to just push it and run away.
Yes.
The average man doesn't know how to cook. So what will he do? He just say, it's your responsibility.
It's your responsibility.
Right? However, if the average man were to be skilled
Yeah.
to cook, to take care of the home, you know, to evolve. If the average man is skilled on how to be patient with children, to help them regulate.
Yes.
They will not run away.
Yeah.
They'll be there.
Yeah.
That's why parenting education is not just for the mother,
Mother, yeah.
but
Yeah.
equally for the father.
Yeah.
So that, I mean,
There's a
they
sync.
there's a sync. They
Yeah.
can have the experiences to raise, wholesome children.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a whole lot to do, especially for men.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we need to do series for men.
Yes. I think we would.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah.
we need to start talking to men to realize that, I mean, if fully leadership
Yeah.
is influence,
Yeah.
it starts from the man, not from the woman.
Yeah. And I mean, leadership
of
is
sense.
part of leadership is service.
Yes.
True.
So
Yeah, it's
if you're
service.
not serving at home,
won't.
it can't be that all your service is going out there to go and bring in money.
Yeah.
What are you
No,
doing actively in the home?
It's
It's
service.
even the way that they go together. Do you know we have men truly who do the most humbling jobs outside,
Yeah.
but somehow it's justified in their minds, then so they can't do that when they get home. They're like, in my house, I'm like the
Yeah.
king.
I'm the king.
I remember my child, like when I got married, my husband he was the second born with
Yeah.
siblings. My mother-in-law used to tell me how my husband would one time even pound, acha, like,
Yeah.
and then make food for
Wow.
his siblings. So self-care, all of those things, he knew how to do it because he was taking care.
Yeah.
His dad was a soldier, his mom was a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
So he did a lot of those things. His elder sister got married early, so he had to take care of. So in my house, when we got married, my husband could cook, sweep, do all of those things. My first boy cooks very well.
Wow.
Like he does something, and I'm looking at him, and but he saw the example rather than
Yes.
me teaching.
He saw the example.
He saw the
I mean,
example.
can you now see where
Yes.
Exactly.
this is now a transgenerational legacy?
Yes.
He saw it, he will not normalize it.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
But
he's
for
seen
my
it, he will not normalize
But
it.
for my younger child now, who is 8, because my husband now is extra busy,
Yes.
and we truly have help to do something.
Yes.
So
One time, the boy told me, he said, "No, am I supposed to wash?
he's
Am
not
I supposed to
experienced.
do?"
He did experience that he's doing
Yeah,
it.
experience.
like-
Yeah.
So there's a gap
There-
in
yeah,
knowledge
yeah, so
and experience.
There is a gap in the experience.
Yeah.
So I had to tell him. I said, "Do you know
Yeah,
Daddy
you have
used to
to.
do all of these things? Just that
Yes.
now, once in a while, my husband goes to the kitchen. I'm like, see, Daddy is doing it. Like if Daddy can do, if Daddy is doing it,
You
you
can
don't
do it.
have a choice.
Yes.
You really don't
Yeah.
have a
So
choice.
it's
to do
same in
that.
my house.
Yeah.
I mean, our son is the most passionate cook and chef in the house, and even
Wow.
our daughter.
Wow.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
to him it's normal. He grew up seeing that in the kitchen. He grew up seeing that
It's normal.
picking the plates. He grew up seeing that serving and all
Yeah.
that. I mean, let me say this briefly for our listeners, especially men. You see, if a man knows what it means to stay at home, be with the kids, cook,
Yes.
clean, the respect you give your wife for doing it will be above the roof.
Yes.
I homeschool the kids at home.
Okay.
Imagine homeschooling, caring for the children, cooking.
Cooking.
I mean, this is what you
Caring
do,
for the
you do
house.
daily.
Yeah.
So I tell people, if I have a way, I'll not be a full-time house husband. Why? I know what women are passing through.
Yes.
I mean, literally, I can't imagine my wife coming back from work and then tired still going to the kitchen. No, it won't happen.
Yeah.
Do you understand? No, it won't happen. So if a man says, you don't know what I passed through going out there, it's easier for me as a man to go and work and come and just pay the bills down to be at home.
Yes.
Men, it's crazy being at
Yes.
home.
Yes.
It's crazy being with the children. I mean, they will blow your brains off. So
Put it back together and blame
yeah,
it
so
again.
imagine that emotional, rigor you go through with the
Yeah.
children. Physically, you need to cook, you need to clean, not even attend to them. So I usually joke with my friends. I said, if the number of time I watch the children's bum and being paid, I'll be a billionaire. I mean, Daddy, come and watch my bum. Daddy, come and watch my,
Yeah.
they eat 10 minutes, they are
Yeah,
going,
really.
they need your attention.
Yeah.
I've said it over and over again. My house is like a right park. You arrange the room sweep, you give them 10 minutes, they will scatter the room again.
Yes.
If you like stock the toys in their room, they will pack everything,
Bring them down.
So you're doing this every
Day.
You'll be
Like,
overwhelmed.
how many times in a day? It's not like one.
Do you understand? Yes. So this is what the average mother goes through.
Wow. I'm sure Mrs. Patience
That's
is just
encouraging.
she's
Yeah, it's just so. I mean, I like that. I'm not shocked because I've experienced that. My husband does a lot of things in the
Yeah.
home. I'm glad. I just know how shocking it would be for some of our listeners to be like,
Yeah.
what? And I also want us to I like to think that even women, when you hear this, try to be gracious enough, because that's what I do with a lot of women. When I hear a lot of complaints, I'm like, what did he get
When he was growing up.
when he was growing up?
Yeah.
So you have to come to a point where you all agree that you want to mentor you, because you know that
She's still coming back to that.
yeah. So if a lot of men hear you and they, instead of judging or saying no, and they're saying, let me hear,
What he's saying.
and they get curious and they're intentional about learning, I think it's going to be helpful.
Yeah.
Imagine the number of people that, because even that one that became culture, like you said,
Yeah.
started from somewhere.
It's from somewhere.
So let's start somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. This topic is really getting interesting because I'm just looking at our time. And okay, so I would ask the last one.
Yeah.
So, we're talking about bonding in parenting and then, with the children and all of that. Sometimes the stress that parents have to go through, providing for their families and all of that. So how do parents refresh to be wholesome enough, to be available for those children and be available not just there and be absent, but there are some parents that I've heard of parents that will say be asking the schools that their children go to, okay, how far do you guys have like a Saturday club or something, so that my children can just come. You guys should, in fact, they're even telling the school that okay, this is the opportunity to make money. We pay because I think they work through the week and then Saturday feel like okay, Saturday is for my rest time. And at the end of the day, you'd investigate and see that the parents are not even resting on that Saturday because they're just used to work. So yeah. So what you can just say something.
What can parents do
to refresh themselves?
So
is it something I have to do regardless of whether I'm tired or not?
Okay, so let me put it like this. It's not about the activity.
Okay.
It's the mindset around the activity.
Okay.
Right. A lot of parents don't know refreshing is important. Why? Because they are scripted to be addicted to work. I mean, their sense of what comes from work is a trauma imprint. I wouldn't want us to go into that. So their sense of worth comes from work.
Yeah.
Right. So they don't even understand this is important to to refresh. But this is the truth. One of the greatest gifts you give your children is to be physically, emotionally, and mentally healthy.
Wow.
You can only parent if you're in the right frame of mind.
Yes.
Listen, if you are tired, you're a burden to your children, not just to yourself.
Wow.
So you sabotage. Yes, you want to connect with your children, but you can't because you're tired. Right? You're tired. You're yelling, you're shouting, you're hitting them. The little thing that they will do that is normal, you end up spanking them. It's not them. I mean, you're depleted emotionally. So refreshing is a need. So as a parent, you need to see it as something that is necessary to bequeath to your children.
Yeah.
Right? The flip side of the coin is if you don't take care of your health will remind you to take care of yourself.
Yes.
So you fall sick. So how can we go about it? I mean, there are loads of ways parents can do that. So like I shared, for me, routinely I go for swimming.
Yeah.
I look for programs to go to that allows me, free my mind.
Yes.
I go for comedy shows.
Yes.
Musical shows.
Yes.
Open plays. I go alone. There are some I go alone. There's some I go with my wife. I connect with friends outside work.
Okay.
Just to talk about nothing serious.
Yes.
And I create time for myself to sleep, to listen to messages.
Yeah.
To meditate.
Yeah.
I go to the gym. 3 times a week.
Wow.
So there are little things I do to exercise.
Putting structure to it.
Yes, I mean to honor the body God has given me.
Yes.
One of the highest form of worship to God is by honoring your body.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This body is the temple of the Lord. So I'm a
Yes.
steward over it.
Yes.
Will I take care of it or sabotage it?
Yeah.
Will I put in what is wrong or I'll take care of it? So we have to be intentional in taking care of our body. Rest. Create time to rest. Make it as a duty. It's important. If it's important, you'll find a way
to do it.
Yeah, you'll find a way to do it. You can find a way to integrate it into your schedules, because we all have time as parents.
Yeah.
I have people who exercise 1 a.m. before they sleep because it's important. I mean, we don't have to wait till sickness hits us before we feel exercise is important. We don't have to be at the brink of our marriage breaking before we feel, we need to create time for ourselves. No, I mean, there are ways to go about it. Find what works for you that allows you detox, achieve emotional regulation, and then physical attunement.
Yeah,
that would be a huge one for yourself and for your children.
I think that's a very good question. Self-care is what we're talking about, right? And a lot of people define it in so many ways. Some people think eating suya every night is self-care. Some people think so. Self-care is something that I don't think people get. And they don't get that is what works for you, like he was saying. I can just, after a long week, I can just read a book. Fiction. If I read a book, I'll feel more relaxed. Like that I can give something now. Because you get to a point where you know that truly you can only give what you have. So, but self-care is something that has to be intentional.
Yeah.
And self-care is not selfish. We get a lot of teachings that make it look like self because of the self-life. You feel like anything I do for myself feels like because I can do it for someone else. But you don't know that, like you said, you're a gift.
Yeah.
You're a gift to someone. Then I say to people, what kind of gift do you present when you get to work? What kind of gift do you present when you're with your children? Because if you're always tired, you'll be irritated, easily irritated, you'll be angry. You give what you have. If you don't spend time it's like wrapping your gift. You give somebody a gift and you don't give it carelessly.
Yeah.
Or you take time to take care of it. Taking care of it can be different from some people. Sometimes I've met people, even as a psychologist, who say that they have tried to have been sleeping, nothing is working. Yes, there are different kinds of rest.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just that you need to go offline. Like you need to don't do social media.
Don't do social media.
Don't do screen for a while. Sometimes it's just that you need to connect with some friends outside of work. Sit down and do. Sometimes it's that you need the physical, like I need to do some physical activity, which work for you might not work for me. Sometimes it's even the emotional, like have I spoken about these things I'm going through? Instead of saying it is well, you know that it is not well, you're just filing it somewhere and it will come out.
Yeah.
So just knowing yourself, self-awareness is very important. Some people don't know what they like.
Yeah.
If I tell you what you do now that makes you feel refreshed, because I can't do that for you.
Yeah.
I can share my experience with you, but what do you like? Some people have so neglected themselves that they don't know what works for them. They can't remember what excites them, what brings refreshment to them.
Yeah.
Or energy or something.
And it's different for everybody.
It's different for everybody.
Yeah.
But the truth is you cannot give what
you don't have.
No matter how much I feel love towards you, if I want to give you the time that has the quality and the quantity, it depends on how I am.
Yeah.
So I only give what I have. So I think it's very important for us to do that.
This this was an explosive one. Yeah, I think I really enjoyed myself. I hope you did. Okay, at this point we'll be leaving because our time is already up. Yeah, so catch you next time on the next episode of our podcast, Play to Heal. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Play to Heal podcast with Lami Gidado, brought to you by the Association of Play Therapy. We hope you found inspiration and valuable insights into the transformative power of play. Remember, healing begins with a playful heart. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to subscribe and feel free to share the joy of play with others. Until next time, embrace the healing journey through the language of play.